Hello everyone, hoping everyone is having a good one. If you are new here, end up enjoying today's content, make sure you hit that like button and red subscribe button before you leave. You can also follow me on all social medias at Blademiss, same name as the YouTube channel username. And if you're looking for some more MLB The Show content, you can click on the channel, click on videos, and see if we have anything that suits your style. Now we're going to be talking about 3 players here, and this to me is the most important daily investment series, so you're going to want to listen up because I'm going to go into details. We're going to start off with Matt Chapman. Now Matt Chapman, his 3-year averages versus left-handers is 268 slugging 491 versus right-handers 263 slugging 513. This year currently, without taking into consideration today's games, he's currently hitting 245 slugging 673 versus left-handers, and he's currently hitting 279 slugging 513 versus right-handers. Now what I see being an increase for Matt Chapman is his power versus left without a doubt, and I think this is going to go ahead and push him to that 85 overall diamond this week. Now prior to the previous 3 games, I did not see him getting an increase at all because he was hitting under 200, but in each of the last 3 games he has gone 2 for 4 and he has hit at least 1 home run, so that of course has helped out his average tremendously and has helped out his slugging percentage tremendously as well. So I think now that he has picked it up and he is currently hot, they are going to go ahead and say, hey, you know, he's most likely going to be able to maintain this. Let's push him to diamond, and he's going to become the new diamond 85 overall third baseman. Next on the list is somebody that a lot of people have been asking me about, so I'm going to tackle him as well. It's Anthony Rizzo. So his 3-year averages are versus left-handers, he's hitting 249 slugging 432. Versus right-handers, he's hitting 290 slugging 530. This year's averages are versus left-handers 205 slugging 385. In my opinion, these are all-time lows in the 3-year average marking period. And versus right-handers, he's currently hitting 315 slugging 664. So yeah, he's doing phenomenal against right-handers, and his attributes versus right-handers deserve an increase. But this is what you have to take into consideration. His attributes versus right-handers deserve an increase because he has increased those statistics by over 134 points in slugging and by 25 points in average. But versus left-handers, he has dropped it by 44 points in average, and in slugging versus left-handers, he has also dropped it in, I want to say, 47 points, somewhere along there. So clearly he has middle 60 numbers versus left-handers in terms of contact versus left. I do not think that is sustainable, or they will keep it that way, especially with how much he is struggling versus left-handed pitching. So I believe that his left-handed attributes will take a hit and will be decreased, and his right-handed attributes will be increased. Now the only way he goes diamond is if the right-handed attribute increase heavily outweigh the left-handed attributes being decreased. So if he gets a +9 versus right-handers, and let's say he gets a -3 versus left-handers, then yeah, I see him becoming an 85 overall diamond. Now one thing I do also have to include into this is he has a good chance, and I would say he has an equal chance of going diamond as Matt Chapman, just for the simple fact that in previous years during the 3-year time frame, he has been a diamond in the game. And I'm going to call this the George Springer law, which basically means if you have been a diamond before in the game, you have a higher possibility of jumping from gold back to diamond. I have the same predictions for Carlos Correa. If he keeps it up in terms of slugging and average, I think the George Springer law will apply to him, and he'll jump from a gold to a diamond as well. Last but not least, we got Gary Sanchez. Now Gary Sanchez versus left-handers, his averages is he's hitting 242 slugging 516. Versus right-handers, he's hitting 245 slugging 501. Now this year versus left-handers, he's hitting 174 slugging 435. And that might sound very alarming to you guys, and you guys might say, whoa, hold on a minute. If he's hitting that bad against left-handers, why are we only focusing on Anthony Rizzo getting a decrease in attributes and not Gary Sanchez? Well, Gary Sanchez only has 23 at-bats. He's currently 4 for 23 versus left-handers. He has faced a lefty in today's game, and I didn't take those numbers into consideration, but I do know he went 1 for 2 versus Lauer with a solo shot. So that's going to heavily inflate his slugging, especially since he has under 30 at-bats, and it's also going to heavily inflate his average, over 200 I believe, which is going to be once again on par with what his 3-year averages are. So I do not think that they will take a hit on his left-handed attributes. But versus right-handers, he's currently hitting 283, slugging 690. So he has increased the slugging by 189 points, and he has increased the average by about 38 points. So those are two magnificent numbers. And as you guys can see, his contact versus right is pretty good, and his power versus right is pretty good as well, but it's not close to the power versus left. And when you're looking at the 3-year averages, both of them are relatively close to each other. So I think he definitely is going to get that contact versus right and power versus right upgrade. And I think he's going to go over an 80 overall gold. He might hit an 81, might hit an 82, but I know, or I can say safely, that he's most likely going to be a mid-tier gold. And if he keeps up this hitting, I don't know why I was struggling with my words right there, but if he keeps up this hitting and he picks it up against lefties, then I say Diamond could possibly be in the room for discussion when it comes to Gary Sanchez. Anyways, I told you guys this was going to be a little bit of a longer episode, even though it only consists of 3 players. I made it a little bit longer because I knew that these 3 players were very important, and a lot of you guys have questions and want to know whether it is smart to invest in them. Matt Chapman and Anthony Rizzo, right now they're selling for around 5K, so I say it's a smart investment because if they go diamond, you can quick sell it and make your money back. Or if you go ahead and invest now and then wait till Thursday night, their prices will inflate by a range of 3 to even 8K. So you might be able to make an even bigger profit. So I'd say, yeah, go ahead and invest in them. Gary Sanchez, he's selling for underneath 1K right now. So he is another player that I say you'll make a profit if he goes gold and you just go ahead and quick sell him. And I'm pretty sure if he goes gold, hits an 82, let's say, that his price will be able to increase in value, and you'll be able to sell him for around 1.7K, maybe even 2K, because he is going to be one of the most used gold catchers in the game. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, red subscribe button, and as always, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.